Hello everyone. This is a demo video of our work on a 1.15 microwatt sub 6 mm cube neural implant that utilizes biphasic quasi-static brain communication or BPQBC as a low-powered version of galvanic body channel communication. Recent advances in neurobiological research have created considerable demand in untethered implantable neural interfaces, both for neural recording and neurostimulation. Various untethered data and power transmission modalities have been explored in the last few years, the pros and cons of which are shown in the table below. We present BPQBC, or biphasic quasi-static brain communication, which utilizes fully electrical quasi-static signaling, thereby avoiding any transduction losses in the overall system transfer function. The end-to-end system loss is only about 60 dB, which indicates that this method is suitable for future brain-machine interfaces for neurostimulation and thought-based prosthetics control, which could help people with psychological disorders, Alzheimer's, or Parkinson's disease. In general, our paper in VLSI 2021 introduces BPQBC telemetry with compressive sensing and stimulation. In BPQBC, the implanted device or the node is placed inside the brain, while the electrodes of an external device or hub are placed on top of the skin. Both the node and the hub use differential signaling as in galvanic body channel communication. Traditional body channel communication is either capacitive or galvanic. Single-ended capacitive communication from an implant suffers from very high channel losses, as the implanted transmitter in the brain will be completely surrounded by the tissue, thereby not allowing any return path capacitance from the floating ground of the implant to Earth's ground. Galvanic communication works better, as it utilizes differential excitation and pickup, and the received signal can be estimated from dipole coupling theory in 3 dimensions. However, in galvanic communication, the transmitter sees the conductive tissue as a resistive load of about a kiloohm, which creates a DC current between the two transmit electrodes, thereby increasing the power consumption. In the proposed BPQBC approach, a DC blocking cap is placed at the transmitter, which blocks the DC current to minimize power. The signal conduction through AC current flow is similar to galvanic communication. Now, as shown in the paper, the small neural node uses a 1:1000 duty cycling, while sweeping through multiple frequencies from 50 kHz to about a GHz for channel loss measurements. For continuous measurements in this demo, we use a separate custom PCB with configurable ring oscillators to create the frequencies. This PCB is placed inside a 0.9% saline solution hanging from the roof in a plastic bowl, which has similar dimensions of a human head. A wearable spectrum analyzer from RF Explorer is used as a receiver through a high input impedance buffer that drives the 50 ohm. Hanging the setup from the roof isolates it from ground coupling as much as possible for measurements mimicking an implantable scenario. Here we show the physical setup with the bowl, the spectrum analyzer, and the coupling electrodes. The entire setup is hung from the roof, which, in absence of the transmitter, reads the noise floor of the receiver, which is about -100 dBm. When we place the transmitter in the bowl with saline, a received signal of about -60 dBm is observed, while the device was separately tested to transmit a fundamental example frequency of 30 MHz at -10 dBm power with a 1 kΩ load. This means that the channel loss for these particular dimensions are about 50 dB. From our HFSS simulations with the small sized node, the channel loss is found to be about 60 dB. Next, by closing the lid of the bowl, we mimic a fully implantable scenario, where signals are not carried to the receiver through leakage. We still see a received signal of about -62 dBm, showing that the signal indeed traverses through the saline. If we remove any of the receiver electrodes, the signal reduces by about 15 dB, showing the need of differential pickup. Finally, to prove that the received signal is not merely leakage through air, we remove the saline water from the bowl and place the transmitter inside. With differential pickup, the received signal is about 17 to 18 dB lower than the case when the transmitter was submerged in saline. With this science demonstrated using the custom PCB, we proceeded towards the chip measurements with a 1 kΩ load, which are shown in the paper. In conclusion, we demonstrated the first BPQBC link for communication through the brain tissue, which consumes lower power than galvanic communication due to the DC blocking capacitor introduced. The electroquasi-static signaling ensures that there is no transduction loss as in ultrasonic, optical, or magnetoelectric methods. The demo presented here shows channel losses through saline and air with both differential and single-ended reception, showing the lowest loss in the differential mode through saline. Thank you for your attention.